We're going to be starting up a new series on the channel. Why don't I record this stuff? This is stuff that people would probably want to see. You'll see that for a relatively cheap price, you can actually build a very professional studio setup. All right, so I just wrapped up the transaction with the guy. So the piece of gear that I picked up for only $100, believe it or not. Alright, what's up everybody? So we're going to be starting up a new series on the channel. This is something that I do pretty regularly, and I was just thinking, I was like, why don't I record this stuff? This is stuff that people would probably want to see. Not only will it be informative because this is going to be a really good way to find equipment for very cheap, but at the same time you're going to see me find some steals, and trust me, there are plenty of them out here where I live. You'll see that for a relatively cheap price, you can actually build a very professional studio setup, and really there's just some, some gems out there that are hidden. You just have to look for them. Well, most of you guys already know about marketplace apps, some of them including, eBay, Craigslist. Those are some of the more popular ones. But one that I've been using a lot lately because I've been finding some really good deals on there has been OfferUp. OfferUp and LetGo have been two apps that I've been using in heavy rotation and have been finding some gems as of lately. Now, because I don't want to get pulled over or get myself into a crash, I'm gonna set the camera down, but I'll pick it back up once we complete the transaction, and then we will go from there. So I'm just driving around trying to find his car. He told me he was parked out in front of this building over here. Oh, I think I see him. All right, I'm gonna shut this camera off, but I will be back in just a minute with you guys. All right, so I just wrapped up the transaction with the guy. Super cool dude, by the way. I will show proof on the screen of what I actually paid for this thing. Another reason why I enjoy going out and buying locally and meeting new people this way is, everybody has a story to tell. It's very inspiring hearing some of these people's stories and the things that they have going on. And then, you could sit and chop it up for a little bit about music and recording and whatnot. I have a blast doing that. All right, anyway, so the piece of gear that I picked up for only $100, believe it or not, the Bluebird. I picked this thing up for $100. It looks legit brand new. There is literally no scratches, dents, marks, anything like that. I'm hoping this thing will power up and work when we get home. Imagine that, get scammed on the first video of the series. But no, everything looks like it's intact, everything looks fine. I would say though, if you are gonna go out and buy microphones from somebody locally, you definitely should bring a portable recorder with you so that you can test it out. I'm gonna go ahead and risk it for this video because the deal was just too good to pass up on. And for a lot of people that don't care about buying these kind of microphones, you can always buy these things low and then sell them high and work your way up to a microphone that you actually do want. Me, on the other hand, I'm a collector, so I'm not going to be selling this. This is going to be staying in my studio. So anyway, we're gonna head back to the studio, take a closer look at the microphone, and then plug it in and see if we can get a signal out of this thing. Hopefully I didn't just get scammed. Back in the studio, what's up everybody? So, first impressions with the Bluebird since getting it. Well, this microphone is everything that I remember it being. For me, this is more than just a microphone. This is a piece of my youth, so to speak. This microphone is among some of the first microphones that I'd ever use when I got into recording. I remember I started out on a Blue Spark Digital. I worked my way up to an MXL 4000, which I absolutely loved. I used it for about a year or two, and then eventually I ended up upgrading to the Bluebird. And I remember when I got it, I was just blown away by the quality, and all of my friends that came over and recorded, anybody for that matter who came over and recorded, wanted to use this microphone. It just sounds so smooth. Its lack of sibilance is something that I really admire. Now, I've been using the TLM 103 for a little over a year now, and the one thing that has always bugged me about it is just how sensitive that microphone is to sibilance. It's a very sibilant microphone. Now, when I use something like this, the Bluebird, it's just an absolute breath of fresh air. Using something like this where it's not as sibilant is just so fun to work with. It sounds beautiful on vocals. Now let's just take a quick look at the microphone, because when I tell you it is in pristine condition, I am not exaggerating. He took very good care of this microphone. It's almost like he never even used it at all. The one thing that I always pay attention to when I'm buying a new microphone is whether the grill has any dents in it or not, and this microphone has none. When I see that there's dents in the microphone, to me that just shows that there was sloppy handling with the microphone. The person was dropping things into it, just was neglecting collecting their microphone. This microphone has no dents, virtually no scuffs or scratch marks on it. It looks, again, like he just kept it inside the box. It looks brand new. And as you can tell by just listening to the audio, the microphone itself is working properly. There is nothing wrong with it at all. I'm gonna go ahead and take a guess that this guy either babied the microphone or just didn't use it at all, because it looks to be in just such immaculate condition. And the fact that I only had to pay $100 for this thing is still unbelievable. I can't believe that he ended up selling it for so low. You know, he easily could have sold it for more if he wanted to, but you know, that guy is just absolutely heaven sent. He hooked it up. $100 for a Blue Bluebird. This is a mic that retails for $300 and it looks brand new. You know, he would have fooled me if he just said that he bought it just 5 minutes ago, because it literally looks like he didn't even touch it. So yeah, honestly, I'm very grateful that that guy ended up hooking me up with this thing for such a great deal, because I've been meaning to get this thing in the collection. It's been about probably 2 years since I've last owned this microphone, and I've had it several times in the past. You know, to me, this is more than just a microphone. This represents a piece of history for me. This is something that I used, you know, it was among some of the first microphones that I'd ever used when I was getting into recording and trying to take this thing seriously and get, you know, the best quality that I could, you know, working with the limitations that I was given. But anyways, this is a series that I want to keep up with. This is something that I do regularly, so why not film it? I ended up actually going and buying a little portable camera that I can take with me and almost shoot these videos in a vlog style. So no longer will they be filmed on a iPhone where the quality is questionable. They will be filmed on a proper vlogging camera and the quality will just be so much better. So I'm excited. This is something that I have a lot of fun doing. And again, I do this stuff regularly. I just go on there and look for steals anyway, so why not record it and bring you guys some content? Anyways, guys, that is gonna wrap it up. If you haven't already yet, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon beside it so that you can stay notified for whenever I drop any of my upcoming videos. With that being said, I will see you all in my next one. Take care, everybody. Peace out.